amazing and incredible and fantabulistic Minecrafting fam, and happy, wonderful, wonderlusting Will Wake Hump Day. I hope you're all doing amazing, awesome, and well, and welcome back to the Minecrafting Dog channel. My name is Caridad. I am your mind host. I have an LMHC and an EDD, a licensed mental health counselor, and a doctorate in counseling, psychology, and education. And I want to welcome you back and thank you for being here and always taking the time to hang. And if this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe down below and give this a thumbs up. And as the Dio guy says, which I love him, it helps our channels. So I wanted to talk to you today about not feeling your best. Sucky days, bad days. We all have them. As long as you're human, you will have a bad day. You will have several at times, and then some of them will become like two storms coming at one time with no break. So I wanted to let you know that, a lot of us here in Florida been hit twice, and some of us have been having even a more difficult, disgusting, not cool, quite devastating time than others. That is not me. We've had some challenges, but there are other people still in this state that are, and I'm sending them all the rainbows and the leprechauns and the fairies and all the wonderful prayers to make their minds strong while they work through the hard times. Also, I myself have my own kind of storms. Storms can be metaphorical and also can be real. I had some here and have some going on. So wanted to share a little bit about the bad with you and some of the things that are important to do while you're facing the bad. And that's why you see I'm outside. So some of my bad, let's talk about it. Let me not cover this because I'm on my phone. Some of the bad, even though you see me out here, and I'll explain why. Some of the bad is, gets hard when it's family. Friends, yeah, it's tough. But when it's family, it becomes, woof, your brain takes you places you should never go. It kind of begins to attack you. So it's important to take care of yourself. But before we get started, the craft for today is when you lose your mind, go to your senses. And that also is the saying for today. And it comes from Dr. Cohen. Thank you so much. You're so amazing. A psychologist I have been working with for a very long time. No longer see him like I used to, but I saw him for a long time, and he is incredible, amazing, and out of the box. He unfortunately is no longer taking any new patients or clients or customers for the mind, but he is beyond incredible. So when you lose your mind, go to your senses, and you can craft a lot from your senses. So that's the craft. What do you see? Where does it take you? What imagination comes to be? And can you feel yourself in places that you would not be at if you weren't crafting? Lose your mind doesn't mean you're crazy. It means things get hard and tough. Or you might have lost your mind. You go to your senses. So you see, hear, feel, smell, taste. Go to your senses. But one of the most strongest one, in my opinion, is sight. And if you can see, go outside. If you cannot, imagine it. So with that being said, some of my tough. So what is she wearing today? I must show you this, because when you lose your mind, you go to your senses. And one of the things I did was put a funny shirt on. Okay, so Halloween is coming. So of course it says, warning, psycho chick. And it's a chick. Literally, look at that. That's just too funny, right? And silly. Okay, ignore the blood. But I just think that's funny. That's from Busch Gardens, and I love Busch Gardens so much and all they do for us. That's another video for another day. But my storms going on right now that need to dissipate. So of course my younger son moved to Washington State just recently, Kenji, so I'm missing him a lot. My older son has been living there a long time, and unfortunately he was engaged to be married, and his fiance broke up with him, and his broken heart has literally broken his mind. And maybe one day we can talk about that some more, because right now we're working on it. but his mind is so broken. He has done things that he would never do under a stable, balanced mind. So that in itself, I am constantly worried of what will happen next in the worst way. So putting that to the side, that is what's going on in my life right now. And maybe later can share more and tell you more about it, because it is really tough, difficult, and quite devastating for my entire family in many different ways, because you're just waiting to see what happens next. And by what happens next, I mean even the most worst of outcomes. So yes, he is in the prayer box. Yes, sent prayer angels. Yes, the church knows. Yes, my friends, many of them know. Yes, and we as a family have come together and tried to support him the best we can, but it is affecting most of us. The other piece that hopefully we can talk about another day is my niece did attempt to commit suicide, I think like a month or a month and a half ago. So a lot going on that's very difficult to work with, deal with, and also take care of us. So what do you do when you're in the storm, going through the storm is almost over, or the storm is over? Before it, during it, through it, and after it, it is so important that you boost. So one of the things, you must power up your mind. So one of the things that I am doing today is powering up. So first of all, the shirt makes me laugh. Second of all, not watching anything that is negative, whether it be the news, whether it be a sad show, whether it be some sad following that you follow, put a pin on it, as my husband says, watch it later. Taking all my supplements. I took everything today. My Super Beats, my B12, all my vitamins, echinacea for boosting my body. Also, the other things I take, collagen for my joints, something chondroitin, which I can enunciate for more of my joints. And we walked the dog this morning, because when you lose your mind, you go to your senses, and it's important you fuel up with all your vitamins, your normals. Do not listen to your mind when it's saying, oh, we feel so horrible, we're not going to do this. No, it is imperative and critical, non-negotiable, that you do these. And the other thing you do is you go to your senses. And that's what I did this morning. We went for a walk, hung out with the dog, who likes to get that ball, and she bites it. And it's so funny and so cute. Right? Get that ball. Show the world. And then the other thing I did was come out here to look out the outside. And if you don't have something like this, you can always go somewhere else. So I have decided to say 5 things I see. And I invite you to say 5 things you see. There's the palm tree. There's the fence. There's the grass. Here's one of those plants. I don't know what it's called. Elephant ear, another kind. A little baby palm tree. And when you're doing your 5 things I see, you count with your fingers. I see Caridat's hair, Caridat's forehead, Caridat's glasses, Caridat's nose, Caridat's lips. It is important that you do that so you can use all your senses. And oh my God, look at that sky. It looks incredible. Remember, no negative viewings. And I wanted to just say yesterday that I could not take anything else and I was still doing things and trying to stay busy, out of my head and in front of me, in the now. I was wondering what was going on with This Is How We Bing 'Em. I watched them a lot and I think they're incredible. And unfortunately, I ran up on their latest video where their youngest brother was had a horrible accident while doing the things he loved and completing doing things on his bucket list, and he passed away October 5th, and he was born October 8th. And my mother was born October 8th, not to link those together, but I want to send them divine light, divine love, divine prosperity, divine understanding, divine hugs, divine peace, divine connection. And I am so sorry for the loss, and my heart aches for them. And that also caused me to plummeteth some more. And not that I'm saying that we can't send prayers at that moment, but there are things we need to put a pin on when life is giving us things that we are working on ourselves, and we need to mental boost. So with that being said, this is Howard Bingham family. I am so sorry for your loss, and I am lighting a candle I am Puerto Rican, and we light candles for those we lose. I light a candle for your brother and send him light and divine prosperity. And I light a candle for your family. And again, I'm so sorry for your loss, and my heart aches. So with that being said, and those also in Florida, here in Hillsborough County, St. Pete, Bradenton, Sarasota, all the areas, sending you, again, the magic of leprechauns and rainbows and excellent Super Ninja 9-Os, mind boosting to help you through that which you're going through. But with that being said, do not forget, when you lose your mind, go to your senses. And I invite you to practice that all week, non-stop. When you lose your mind, go to your senses and start it with small things. You bang your foot on the couch or anywhere else, all of a sudden, let me go to my senses. If anything negative happens where you get slightly irritated, annoyed, upset, let me go to my senses. Lose your mind, go to your senses. And don't forget to fuel up, which means eat, drink, and take all the supplements if you take any, or eat those wonderful vegetables and fruits. This is Caridad signing out, the Mindcrafting Doc. Thank you for allowing me to share the bad, the ugly, and the with you, and also how to boost when you're going through that. Take care. Bye-bye.